Did I get an amazingly dope Deadpool action figure? Or did I get a dud of a Deadpool toy figure? Let's find out. Honestly, I was perusing the Amazon website late at night, just seeing what kind of action figures are out there, when I ran across this Deadpool action figure from ZD Toys, and this figure is supposed to be based on the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie that just recently came out. And I thought to myself, I don't have a regular Deadpool action figure, just a pirate themed one. So let's go ahead and get it and find out what this one's all about, because looking at the pictures of the boxes and the figure, I'm very much intrigued. And it came in the mail, and here it is right here, so let's go ahead and check it out. Now we have this great packaging from ZD Toys on this Deadpool action figure from the Deadpool Wolverine movie. Got the little Marvel logo right up here, some Deadpool graffiti in the background, as well as this great image of Deadpool right here. On the left side, we have the Deadpool and Wolverine movie logo in the Marvel Studios still. And it's also got, if you can see right there, the copyright deal from 20th Century Fox as well as from Marvel. And again, for a minute I thought this was a bootleg deal, but I mean, this feels very official because you also get that hologram Disney sticker logo right here at the bottom. So this feels like it's officially Marvel licensed stuff. And you get this awesome Deadpool shot, I'm assuming of the action figure right here in this great pose. Again with the movie logo right there. Bottom nothing, top nothing. Back here, we get great shots of Deadpool and action poses. So really awesome right there. And it comes in this nice magnet kind of clipping section right here. You can see we got the little magnets that you can tell right there. And it opens up to unveil the Deadpool action figure right here in the very front. And then behind, all these great accessories as well as the stand. So if they did this great of a job on the actual packaging, I can't wait to see how well this action figure is. But we're not here for boxes. Actually, I'm not gonna throw this one. Actually really nice looking, so I'm just gonna keep it. So now let's go ahead and check out the details of this Deadpool action figure as well as everything else that comes in the packaging. Starting out with the figure first, we can tell he has that classic black and red motif going on throughout the whole action figure body. It's a nice clean coloring. There is no dry brushing or anything else that indicates additional color gradation. We do get silver in places here and there, and I think even a little bit of gold right there. I don't know if there's any other gold that I can see on the figure, but overall very nice clean coloring. And we also get a mesh pattern, a mesh texture on the red, while the black section is very smooth all in all. Though the mesh texture does end at the boots, which kind of makes sense because I'm assuming the boots are going to be more of a leather-based aspect versus here in his armor. And of course, brown for his utility belts in areas, especially also on the legs, and black on some of the other utility aspects and strappings. I do like that they did add some texture pull up here at the head portion and the neck. I don't see other texture pulls too much, maybe a little bit here at the arms, but for the most part, it's pretty clean, it's pretty smooth. Now up here at the head, there's this really cool part about this action figure. There's going to be these eyes, which are actually held, let's see if I can do this really quickly, by magnets. As we can see, we can actually change out these eye portions because he does come with two other sets of eyes. One being the set of eyes that are slightly closed, more kind of battle ready, as you can see here. In the other version, more of a happy squinting style of eye closure, which having these different eye accessory options are going to be really great for toy photography. I love the fact that he has his classic body armor right here. We got those nice shoulder pads, really hard plastic, but they are movable, giving us a range of motion that we'll see in the articulation portion. Plenty of strapping going along everywhere, as well as clasps. And we have this main torso strap actually molded onto the actual figure. And as it turns around, these are going to be where he puts his swords at. And he has two katana blades, as we see here, really nicely done. Silver right here, black handle, as we can see, with that braided pattern on both sides. And they slip in really nicely like so. And there's literally only one way you can put it in. They actually have the shape of the sword with the narrow portion going towards the middle and the wider portion on the outside. But you can get that nice frosting effect on his katanas being on the back of this action figure. He does come with default closed fist hands, as we can see, wrapped in black leather style kind of texture. And there's nothing you can put into these, they're solid. But he does have the open version, as you can see right here, which is again closed fist, but allows for accessories such as this knife. You can also put in the katana blade, but it's gonna be a really tight fit. I might actually have to use some heat trying to get these fingers to move. Oh, actually, never mind. Look at that. Little bit of twisting action goes a long way. So there you go. You can actually do it without the heat. Just be careful. You don't want to like get too harsh on the blade and break and snap the katana. So really just kind of do it by the handle, which is harder plastic. And speaking of his other set of alternate hands, we have these great pointer fingers hand styles for both the left and the right. So again, great for some kind of fun toy photography action poses, as you are already seeing. Now, as for other details on this action figure, I mean, first off, you got this great utility belt. You got the Deadpool logo right there in the center. You got nice buckling right here and nice painted silver. And I love the fact that you have all these little satchel pouches all around the figure on the side. Even have the clasping at the back. Again, this is all on here, but it is a nice soft plastic. Not sure if you can take it off. I don't want to, so I don't want to break it. But I like the fact that they even painted it silver right back here. But overall, really well done. Even that silver buckling that keeps these satchels closed. Now, as for details on the legs, you have these nice brown satchel pouches right here holding his bullets. But the real great details are these gun holsters with guns attached to both sides. But the sad part about it is they are attached. They do not come out. They are fitted. They are melded onto this body. So they're not a usable accessory that you can put in Deadpool's hands, which is a bit of a bummer because all I'm left with are swords and knives to use. No guns, which is kind of sad. But again, still a great detail. If you have gun accessories, maybe they can fit into those hands. Hopefully, I might have something. We'll see when you're looking at all these great toy photographies that I'm taking. Again, nice strapping on the legs here. Love the details of the outline work on the armor of the knee pads, as well as the boot area, especially here where you got those clasps going on. Bottom of the feet, they even added tread marks, which is nice. But which is kind of odd, there are no peg holes to be utilized for this action figure. So using a peg display stand is out of the question. In fact, he actually does come with a display stand. As we can see here, you get this nice Deadpool Wolverine movie logo kind of a deal right here, as well as the Deadpool logo with the Wolverine slash mark. And right here, this is where you're going to attach these sections. So this part goes in here, and this bottom part goes in like so. You've got rotation all around. This is a nice kind of a spring back or spring loaded grasping deal. So you will be able to grasp the action figure in here to allow standing poses and even some flight poses, jumping poses. Though I touched on it briefly, he does have this little knife, his little baby knife accessory right here. Really good, again, in that silver sheen as the katanas with a banding style for the hilt. And on Deadpool's right leg, there is a sheath for that baby little knife to slip right on into. But overall, pretty good details on this Deadpool action figure, and I do like the accessories. So let's go ahead and move on to the measurements, as well as find out how well this Deadpool action figure articulates. If you're enjoying this Deadpool action figure showcase, it'd be awesome if you give this episode a like, as well as subscribe to the channel. Also, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think about this action figure. Now, checking at the measurement of this Deadpool action figure from ZD Toys, which is at 1/10 scale, he actually stands up at about 7 inches tall. Now, if you put this Deadpool with your Marvel Legends action figure, he's going to be about an inch taller than most of them. In fact, he actually stands more in scale with the McFarlane DC Multiverse action figures. So, let's see how well this Deadpool action figure from ZD Toys articulates. We're gonna go ahead and start with the head right here. Spins around at a nice 360. Side to side, really good. Forward, not too bad. And really goes back to neutral. I can feel that at the neck, probably right here is easier to see, is a bit of a joint right here, a little ball joint. So you get some minor neck articulation right there, which is nice. Don't get that in a lot of action figures. The shoulder area, we get a nice T motion right there at the arms. That's really good. And these parts, the shoulder armor does move. If you push it inwards, it kind of goes back into place without leaving that big old gap, as you can see right there. Arm articulation at the bicep, is there any? Nope. Surprisingly, no articulation there, but there is shoulder rotation, as you can see there. Double jointed right here at the elbows, and really smooth, by the way, there. At the wrist, nice rotation right there. Let's see, forward. Not too bad, backwards. Really just going back to neutral. So, alright. I don't really see anything else there at the arms, so we'll go ahead and put that up. Let's just see if there's a butterfly joint. I don't really see too much of a butterfly joint. It's not going to really go back at all. We're right here at the midsection. Top torso. I can't talk. Not too much going on there. Middle. Not too much going over there. And if you try too hard, you will pop this sucker off. You see it's connected with a ball joint, really small one right there. So really easy to put this figure back into place. Just snaps. So forward, crunch. Not too much. And backwards, not too much either. He really isn't really built too much with crunch motion. Very minor. At the legs, decent split enough. Little restriction due to these accessories right here and the belt. Right here, any hip rotation? A little. Pretty much basic for most action figures that I see. Forward kick, not too bad. Back kick, a little bit more limited, as you can see. But overall, not too horrible. No leg rotation, upper thigh rotation, like in other action figures, like say McFarlane Toys. Ooh, the knee joint right there, double jointed and really smooth, so that's nice. And I don't even see any pins on that one, so that's really good. Nothing here. Feet. Ooh, that's surprising. They don't really point downwards or upwards. There is restriction to this part plastic right there as well as there. And I bet you there's no rocking motion either. Very minor. Alright. Heels, right there, toe. That's got a nice one there, really smooth. But overall, okay articulation. Surprised that it does not articulate in certain areas, especially the crunch portion. But it's not horrible. But, you know, a few minor surprises. But not bad overall. Now, I honestly have to say that this movie-inspired Deadpool action figure from ZD Toys, it was quite interesting to showcase to you guys. Was it amazing? Not quite. There were some articulation points that it was missing, which didn't let it achieve full greatness, as well as missing the peg holes at the bottom of the feet to kind of help with the stability. Again, do love the fact that it did come with its own stand, but sometimes you need that peg hole if you just want to kind of do like maybe some kicking stands or whatnot without having the actual hole in the way. But was this Deadpool action figure a dud? I'd have to say no, because even with the articulation issues, I had a great job posing this action figure, and the sculpt was really great. The nice solid paint job was great. All the solid colors. Yeah, granted it doesn't have a wash, but I mean, most of the action figures we get modern day off the store shelves don't. So it wasn't a dud. I kind of have to say that this was just kind of right in the middle. A decent Deadpool action figure, which honestly, I don't hate that. I actually like this figure. It's pretty good, and I will put it in my collection. I'm not gonna get rid of it. So, what are your thoughts about this Deadpool action figure after you've seen it here on Nerd Amazing? Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. Now, before you leave, if you want to check out another Deadpool action figure review, check out this pirate themed one right here from Marvel Legends. Pretty cool, I have to say. Well, thanks for joining me here at Nerd Amazing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.